I have a question. How can students see through teachers' ignorance?
What I understood when Swami told that is, like, when the teacher, like, now, like, right now, the outer world education, how it's happening is that particular time, like, when the teacher has the class, they'll teach some like big things and all, but when it comes to practical life, they'll not follow it. So when the student just sees this, like, his words contradict his actions. So when he sees this, he'll automatically know that he'll not even have the trust on what the teacher says, that it can become into reality. So he'll start having that insecure feeling. So this is what I understood when Swami told, like, the student will be able to see through the teacher's ignorance.
What I feel is when what they teach in the class and how they live, when that is contradicting, easily the students can easily find out, because we are in a very high space of listening, and since we are learning at this point of age, like, this is the most like powerful time when the learning process happens. So whatever we see, we can just easily adapt to that and know how to live our life based on that. So easily when we see the teacher, what he or she is teaching and what he or she is living, when that is contradicting, we'll be easily able to see that is the ignorance which they carry in them, and what they themselves teach they are not living what they themselves teach. So they are being like hypocritical at that time. So easily the children and the students will be able to find out, because we are all in a very high space of listening.
I want to share my experience. Like, before coming to Gurukul, I really, studies was a burden for me, and like, I didn't like studies itself, because the teacher will just tell something and I'll not write. We have to write so much notes and all, and we have to, like, memorize it. We have to by heart it. But after coming to Gurukul, as they teach in the passion how we like it, so it will be very easy for us to grasp it. And like, after coming to Gurukul, I really got inspired by the kids around me. And like, after coming to Gurukul, Swamiji also told once that he initiated us into the Sri Chakra, and after that I was able to easily read blindfolded. But before coming to Gurukul, I did not even know there's something called as closing the eyes and reading. But now it's so nice. We close our eyes and we play blindfolded, and like, we arrange the beats like how the other person arranges it blindfolded, the same count. We do math sums. It's so nice after coming to Gurukul, and all our possibilities are becoming a reality after coming to Gurukul.
One of the very profound thing I got from completion is when Swamiji said, you have an innate irritation towards life. I am going to complete that. So that was bothering me a lot, even though I did a lot of completions. But that is the innate irritation towards life was there. So after Swamiji did the completion process, when we went through the Shivoham process, and I started seeing every participant eye to eye. Generally, I'm scared of people or talking to people, but that is the first experience I got it. Like, I can see and move around people. So that completion was amazing.
The first thing is that Swamiji made it so clear that this is not so much about blindfold reading. You have to be in a complete state of completion with no SDHD in order for it to happen. And that's one of the biggest things I've seen. I still don't know what happens, but somehow I just put my hand down. Actually, I remember that I felt Kundalini go through my arm, and I just made 3 circles, and it was 100%.
at the beginning, I would see a letter, and then automatically I would start thinking of a certain word that can match up with that letter. So it wasn't necessarily my intuition working, it was my more like logical mind. And then what the kids were telling me, just be playful with it. You know, be that kid that you were, years ago. And when I started doing that, all of a sudden, it's as if lines just started appearing and automatically the answers would just come out. And so that's what I would say, just have fun with it. Don't be stressed out about the results. Have that childlike nature and just let it flow. So that's my experience.